On a serene afternoon in the sunlit streets of Medina, Abu Huraira, companion of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, found himself in the presence of an inward dilemma. His state was one defined by ritual impurity, Junub, a condition which, within Islamic law, mandates purification before engaging in certain acts of worship or companionship. In that moment, physical circumstance wrestled with a profound spiritual and emotional reverence. As Abu Huraira traversed the bustling thoroughfare, his gaze fell unexpectedly upon the beloved Prophet, radiant in countenance and gentle in disposition. An abrupt tension seized Abu Huraira's frame. The weight of his ritual state invoked not only the law but the deep cultural ethos of cleanliness and honor that suffused early Islamic society. His reflex was instinctual. Before the possibility of greeting his beloved teacher, he slipped discreetly away, the narrow alleys of Medina sheltering his hurried retreat. His purpose was simple: to perform the purifying bath and thereby restore his eligibility to participate fully in the Prophet's enlightened company. Yet, as Abu Huraira returned, fresh from his ablution, he discovered the Prophet awaiting him with warmth unclouded by reproach or censure. There was no anger in the Prophet's inquiry, only an affectionate, almost paternal curiosity. "O Abu Huraira, where have you been?" This question, gentle and loaded with care, surfaces not merely from social protocol but from an ethos of embrace and reassurance. Abu Huraira, candid and ever earnest, replied with humility. His answer was unembellished, confessing both his state and the reasoning drawn from both religious and societal sensibilities. He had, in essence, considered himself unworthy of that sacred nearness until his bodily state was restored. The subtext spoke of a keen spiritual consciousness both of the Prophet's sanctity and the legal boundaries of purity. Here, the narrative finds its pivot, not only of law but of profound spiritual philosophy. The Prophet, whose insight transcended mere ritualism, interjected with words both surprising and deeply moving, Subhan Allah, a believer never becomes impure. These utterances, sublime in their succinctness, reframed the landscape of purity from one of mere physicality to one of essential spiritual stature. In this statement, the Prophet elucidated a key principle: ritual impurity is a transient, physical state that does not affect the inherent spiritual dignity and worth of a believer. The soul itself retains its luminosity, undimmed by the bodily processes or circumstances to which all humans are occasionally subject. The streets of Medina thus transformed into a site of theological revelation, one where the idea of purity was elevated beyond law to encompass the innate honor of faith itself.